Let's dive right into this explainer. Look, in the tech world right now, it is so incredibly easy to fall into this modern trap that we like to call AI washing. This is basically what happens when super enthusiastic teams try to force these undeniably powerful AI agents into absolutely every single system they have, regardless of whether it actually makes any sense at all. And honestly, why wouldn't they? AI is the shiny new toy, right? It's incredibly capable. But here's the reality check. AI isn't magic. As we're going to see today, choosing to use AI, or maybe more importantly, choosing specifically not to use it, is a hard engineering decision. It involves massive trade-offs across accuracy, cost, complexity, and risk.
So, to avoid that hype trap, we really need to look at what our actual options are. Today we're covering 1. Humans, judgment and accountability. 2. Rules, speed and certainty. 3. Machine learning, patterns and predictions. 4. Generative AI, flexibility and reasoning. 5. Building smart hybrid systems. And finally, 6. The actionable heuristic. The absolutely crucial point right off the bat here is this. Solving software and data problems isn't some ladder where you just graduate from humans up to AI agents. It's a toolkit. You just have to pick the exact right tool for the right problem.
All right, let's hit section 1, humans, judgment, and accountability. Let's talk about why, despite all this world-changing technology we have, humans are actually still the ultimate fallback for handling ambiguity and edge cases.
Now, we humans, we are absolutely fantastic at making complex judgments. We can take totally incomplete or even conflicting information and somehow still figure out a path forward. More importantly, we apply context and nuanced ethics in ways that machines just fundamentally cannot do right now. Think about high-stakes use cases like hiring decisions, medical diagnoses, legal interpretation, or major financial strategy. Humans have to drive these tasks. Why? Because if a medical diagnosis goes wrong or a legal interpretation completely tanks and costs millions, accountability has to sit with a real person. You literally cannot put a server rack on trial. You need human ownership and real liability.
But check out the fundamental trade-off here. Human judgment is undeniably high quality, for sure. But look at the rest of those features. We are expensive, we're pretty slow, and scaling us up is an absolute nightmare. Think about hiring, right? You might use software to automate screening 1,000 resumes, but a human still has to make that final nuanced call on team fit. On the flip side, you would never, ever rely on humans to manually review every single transaction on a global credit card network. We're talking millions of swipes a second. Humans simply cannot scale to that level.
And that beautifully sets up section 2, rules, speed, and certainty. When human scale hits a brick wall, we have to look at what you actually need for those millions of rapid-fire transactions, which is rules and code.
Let's quickly define deterministic logic. This is the absolute backbone of traditional software solutions. It's the classic if X, do Y. Rule-based systems are absolutely perfect when your logic is explicit, your requirements are completely stable, and, this is key, errors are 100% unacceptable.
Just think about processing a credit card payment. You want a coded system to check if the balance is sufficient and instantly approve or decline it. It has to be deterministic. There's zero room for error there. Or think about validating if an email format is correct. Using a multi-million-dollar generative AI neural network to check an account balance or to see if an email has an @ symbol in it, that is just ridiculous, and it introduces so much unnecessary risk. Traditional code is fast, it's dirt cheap, it's highly reliable, and you can completely interpret exactly what it's doing.
But here's the catch. Rules have a massive Achilles heel. They completely break down when conditions constantly change and the logic just gets too complex. Take fraud detection. You might have a static rule that says, flag any transaction over $1,000. Okay, that might work for a day, but fraudulent attackers evolve constantly. By tomorrow, they're just going to run 1,000 transactions for $999 instead. Static rules simply cannot keep up with shifting behaviors like that.
To solve that exact breakdown, we introduce section 3, machine learning, patterns and predictions. This is the tool that steps in and excels exactly where rigid, hard-coded rules fail.
We're talking about traditional machine learning here, which is all about probabilistic predictions. ML is the ideal system when patterns definitely exist in your data, but they just aren't obvious to a human, or they're way too complicated to write a simple rule for. Think about things like predicting customer churn or demand forecasting. If you want to forecast product demand, a human relies way too much on gut feeling, and a rule-based system is just too rigid. Machine learning shines here because it can literally learn massive, complex trends across millions of data points to actually predict the future.
But you have to consider the baggage it brings. While machine learning scales incredibly well, it suffers from what we call model drift. Basically, as real-world data changes over time, the model gets less accurate, meaning you have to constantly monitor and maintain it. Also, it has notoriously low explainability. An ML model might perfectly predict a massive spike in demand for winter coats next month, but if you needed to write a nuanced report explaining the underlying societal causes of that trend, yeah, you are completely out of luck. It spits out numbers, not narratives.
Which perfectly tees up Section 4, Generative AI, Flexibility and Reasoning. This is the tool designed specifically for synthesis, language, and answering those exact why questions that traditional machine learning really struggles with.
Generative AI and large language models, or LLMs, are your ultimate generalists. Now, while they might really struggle with crunching massive rows of structured numerical data, they are phenomenal with unstructured data. We're talking emails, messy documents, giant blocks of text. Imagine a customer support system. Instead of frustrating a user with an impossible, hard-coded, press 1 for sales, press 2 for support phone tree, a generative AI agent can actually read the user's message, understand their unique intent, dig into the company's knowledge base, and generate a customized, genuinely helpful reply. Doing that with simple if X, do Y code rules would be practically impossible.
So the million-dollar question when you or your team are deciding to build an AI agent is really asking yourself this: how much non-determinism, how much uncertainty, and honestly, how much high cost at scale are you actually willing to tolerate? LLMs are highly flexible, but they are not deterministic. Ask them the exact same question twice, you might get two totally different answers, and sometimes they hallucinate. Plus, at scale, processing every single tiny user interaction through a massive neural network gets exceptionally expensive compared to just running a simple software rule.
And that brings us to Section 5, Building Smart Hybrid Systems. Look, when tech leaders stand on a stage and say we need to make everything into agents, they don't mean it literally. If they do, they are in for a very expensive surprise. The absolute best modern solutions don't rely on just one of these pillars. They combine all of them.
Let's see how this actually works in practice. Imagine you're building an AI app to analyze your company's yearly spending. You should absolutely not just dump 10,000 raw transaction records into a generative AI prompt and pray it doesn't hallucinate the math. That is a total disaster waiting to happen. Instead, you build a hybrid system. Step 1, you use deterministic code and basic math to calculate the exact totals because code doesn't make math mistakes. Step 2, you use traditional machine learning to analyze that historical data and identify the spending trends. And then, step 3, you feed those perfectly calculated numbers and trends into an LLM to generate a beautifully formatted, natural language report for your CEO. You're leveraging the distinct strengths of all three technologies.
And honestly, this is a pretty profound realization. Most failures in getting a new software product to production don't actually come from having poorly trained AI models. They almost always come from choosing the wrong system to solve the problem in the very first place. The most successful modern systems likely won't be the ones that haphazardly cram the most AI into every single corner of the codebase.
All right, let's tie all of this together in our final section, Section 6, the actionable heuristic. This is a highly disciplined framework you can use immediately to match the right technology to your specific use case. If you only take away one single thing from this explainer, let it be this compass right here. Keep this heuristic burned into your mind. Use humans when you need nuanced judgment, when the risks are sky high, and when you absolutely need someone to hold accountable. Use rules and traditional code for clearly defined, unwavering logic that doesn't change often because it's fast and it's cheap. Use traditional machine learning when you have mountains of past data and you need to probabilistically predict the future. And finally, use generative AI when you're dealing with messy, unstructured inputs like text, where dynamic flexibility matters way more than absolute, rigid precision. The future of technology isn't about replacing humanity, and it is definitely not about pasting AI over every single button in your app. It is about consistently making disciplined choices. Which leaves us with this final kind of wild thought. In an era where absolutely everyone is rushing to be an AI expert, the single most important AI skill you can develop right now is knowing exactly when not to use it. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Think about your current projects. What specific piece of your workflow are you currently forcing expensive, unpredictable AI into that would actually be far better